How you going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be working on the Jeep Grand Cherokee today, changing the differential oil. Let's get the car up on the ramps and get the job started. I'll start with the rear differential first. One 8mm Allen bolt here, and then another 8mm Allen bolt just at the side here. Now, one of the most important things you need to bear in mind when doing this job is to unscrew the top Allen bolt first. You don't want to be in a situation where you unscrew the bottom bolt and then you can't undo the top one and then you can't get the oil back into your system. Now, I'm just going to give the bottom bolt a quick squirt of brake cleaner. I just don't want any dirt to fall inside the differential when I undo this bolt. And I'll reiterate, I've made sure that I can take the top bolt off first prior to removing the bottom bolt, which is an 8mm Allen. Now, you want to go nice and slowly. You don't want it to remove it all the way out and get covered in oil. Once I've removed both Allen bolts, I'll carefully inspect them. I'll check the threads, and I'll also check the rubber O-ring to make sure that it's not perished or damaged in any way. So Jeep specifies an SAE 75-85W GL5. The front differential takes between 0.8 to 1.1 litres, and the rear differential takes between 0.9 to 1.4 litres. In addition to that, the torque settings for the 8mm Allen bolts are 26 foot-pounds or 35 Newton meters. As you can see over here in Australia, I've got a hold of this Penrite Pro Gear GL5 75-85. This also has the LSD additive, so I don't actually need to do anything else apart from install this for the rear diff. So the tool I'm going to be using today is this oil suction hand pump. This will take around 500 millilitres of fluid. I'll simply put on the nozzle onto the end, fill it up with the fluid, and then install it into the rear differential. As you can see, this is a nozzle that comes with the bottle, but it's just too difficult to use it. I find it makes too much of a mess. Okay, now that all the differential oil has drained out, I'll just give everything another clean with a microfiber rag, and then I'll reinstall the 8mm bolt. I'll just hand tighten that all the way up, and then I'll set up the torque wrench. I've set this torque wrench up to 32 Newton meters, but unfortunately my microphone died during making this video, hence the reason I'm doing the voiceover. So what you should hear when you get to the 32 Newton meters or the 26 foot-pounds, you should hear an audible click, but you will also be able to see on the ratchet that it will spin freely, and then all of a sudden it will sort of pop. I'll just give everything a quick clean again, get rid of any oil residue on any of the bolts, and also, very importantly, the exhaust. Right, now that that's done, I'll now move on to filling the system up. As I've said before, this is a 500mm container. The rear diff takes around 1.1 to 1.4, so I'm going to have to fill this up round about 3 times to get everything into my rear differential. It's just a case of offering up the nozzle into the fill hole, and then I'll just start squeezing the fluid in very gently, trying to minimise any spillage. I'll just show you it here from a different angle so you can get a rough idea where it needs to go. This is going to be the third bottle, so that's another 500 millilitres. So once this bottle gets squeezed in, that'll be roughly round about the fill mark. So what I should start to see is some little drips starting to come out the differential once I've continued to fill this in. Now I'll grab the 8mm Allen bolt, same again, tighten everything up by hand and then tighten it again with the torque wrench set at 32 Newton meters or 26 foot-pounds. And please make sure that you clean up any oil residue from the nuts and bolts and especially your exhaust system. Another thing I'll do is once I take this car for a drive, I'll do a few kilometres, I'll come back under here and just make sure everything's sealed up, there's not any leaks or any dust or anything getting into anything. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm now going to move on to the front differential. This is the same again, we've got two holes, a fill hole and a drain hole. And this is smaller, this diff, so it only takes between 0.9 to 1.1 litres. And as I explained earlier on, make sure that you take off the top plug first. Now what I'm doing here is just spinning the wheels so that the differential actually moves, and I'm checking for any strange noises. I just wanted to show you the oil that's came out of the differential. As you can see, not too bad, it's not too dirty. I'm very happy with that. I usually change my differential oil every second service. That's it guys, thanks very much for watching. Take care.